Hi, welcome. This short video shows you how to insert and duplicate variable patch load to an exact location. This is especially useful when you're dealing with architectural features or equipment loads which may be repeated throughout a building. And if you know your architects, you know that adjustments and changes will be coming. So how can you, as an engineer, mitigate such constant change? Let's get started. Here is what we will do. Firstly, insert variable patch load at the location shown, and then copy it 12.617 meters away from where it was first inserted. And then you'll end up with two patch load that looks like this on the 3D space. Let's start by considering the load cases that you would like to insert the variable load to. So there's some already set up here, and you can add or delete or insert more. So I'm going to use the variable load did load type for this purpose. And so make sure that your load case is turned on at the bottom, and make sure that your active screen is the 2D plan view where you want to insert the variable load. Alright, you can't insert variable load in the 3D space. It's grayed out. Right. So once I'm here, what I need to refer back is perhaps the architectural location that I need to insert this particular load. So I have an offset here from the grid line. I have another one over here. So let's make use of those information. And so in the model tab, I'm going to create some construction lines, which if you set it up for plotting in the drawing, it will not show the construction line. It's ghosted. Alright, so I'm going to create some construction line for my offsets. And so I'm going to use quick parallel, and where I can hit the F2 button to define my loads, my offsets. So it'll be 0.95, and then that's done. And then I have another offset, as you can see down here. There's another vertical offset of 1.052, so I can make use of that. 1.052, again, I'm going to use a parallel, and this time of the horizontal line, and I'm going to drop it by 1.052. Okay, so now I have the intersecting line, and what I want to do is I want to know where is this point of intersection. So you can use measure, make sure your grid lines are on. Use measure to determine where is your coordinates of that point. So x is 17.050, y is 14.948, and the height is 12 because we're on the fourth floor. So what I can do here is in the edit, right, in edit, I can insert 3 points. Okay, so the coordinates that I saw just now, I can now insert it here to create my 3 points. And 12. Okay, so if you don't see the point, what you can do is use the screen content and make sure that the point is turned on. Okay, and I'm going to turn off the grid lines now. Okay, so I'm going to use this point to insert my variable load, because when you insert variable load, the first thing it'll ask you is pick a reference node. Alright, I would like to use this as a reference node, and I'm going to click it to be the first point of my load. Okay, so make sure that everything is at 0, 0 because there's no offset, and so use F2. Okay, so I've got my 0, 0 points. Zoom out and refer back to this. For example, the next point is 3.3 meters away to the left. So if you move to the left, you'll see that you can use F2 to define your exact point or distance or size, and go to 0 and click. Alright, and then the next point will be so I'll need to calculate the offsets from this point to this point. So if you use a calculator, let's see if I can call a calculator out from here. Calculator. Okay, so 5.9 minus 1.052 equals to 4.84, and on the other side, okay, so the offsets, vertical offset is 4.848. How about the offsets from here, right? So there is 3.3.95 minus, so basically what you need to calculate is 3.3 plus 0.95 minus 2 minus 1.535. Okay, so there's an offset of 0.75. Okay, so this is what I need. So I need to create the offset using the F2 0.715 and then tab minus 4.848. Let me double check that. Yep, that's correct. Okay, and then the next offset is 2 meters away, so just F2, 2, and then tab. Use the tab to switch between the variables and click 0. Okay, and double click on the same point to finish. Right, so over here, if I want to see what I've done, I can select variable and then make sure that your loading tab is on. Variable loads, oh, it's on, but it's not there. So let me try again. That's because I've not finished assigning my loads, because now I need to specify, okay, where is my what is my load value. So I have a maximum of 5 kilonewtons meter per square, kilonewtons per meter square at the top, and then it lowers down to 2 kPa at the bottom. So what I want to do is, for my point 1 is 5, and then at the bottom is 2. So then now I can select my point 1, my point 2, and my point 3. And so now it's done, and you can now see the variable load at the top there. Okay. Next, let's copy or duplicate this load to another location, which is 12.617 meters away. So let's do the calculation. So the first point was at coordinate 7.05. So I need to deduct 17.05 minus 12.617. Alright, so this is my new coordinates. So when I create this, I can paste it, and then I can copy this, or you can also type it, but if you want to avoid errors, it's always good to copy and paste. So this one is simple, just key it in. Alright, so now you'll see the point appearing here. So again, go to these copy loads and select the load you wish to copy, and that's your reference. And you can see that wherever you hover, you can actually pick the point of reference of the new position. Okay, so you can do so multiple times to copy and paste. And if right now you want to copy and paste both, you can. So it will just be easier for you if you're duplicating items is the same distance. Alright, so you can do that. Now the other thing is, if the architect would like to change just one item of the load, well, you can actually just highlight the item below, and you can make the changes either in the value, or or these handle points allow you to actually change or move the shape or the outline of your loading as well. And otherwise you can actually hold the control button to multiple select, and then you can make changes to the load simultaneously for all of the similar load variable loads. And this applies to all the loading cases as well. Okay, now the other thing, besides copying loads, if you hit the copy command, you can copy loads, and you can also copy loads to another load case if that's what you want to do. Okay, so all these are possible. So TNC is really great, whether you're creating a model from scratch, or you're making refinement to your model, to your loading, or updating the changes based on architectural information. Alright, that's all. Thank you.